Okay, welcome back. Study session number 2. Again, I'm just finishing off the flop section of the GTO plus analysis tool. We're doing some thinking already this morning. The only thing I am looking to do that's missing is if there is a straight possible on the flop. And if we are blockers, if we have a blocker to the straight, it works out basically exactly the same as having a straight draw, only using one of your hole cards. So what we need to do is calculate whether or not a straight is possible and whether one of our hole cards gives us a straight draw. Obviously, if the other card gives us a straight, then we've got a straight, and obviously if you have a straight, you're definitely blocking someone else from having it. So we don't need to go into that much detail, but I thought it'd be interesting to be able to see, basically identify one card straight draws specifically, and they will be blocking straights. So what I'll come up with, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 different flop formations where it's possible to have a straight. It's either 3 cards in a row, 2 connected cards with 1 gap, 1 gap with 2 connected cards, what I call a double 1 gapper, 2 gapper, 2 connected, and a connected with a 2 gapper. Obviously on a 10-9-8 board, Queen Jack has a straight, 7-6 has a straight, and Jack 7 has the straight. On a connected 1 gapper here, Jack 8 or 8-6, again Jack 9, 9-6. On a double 1 gapper, only 9-7 would have the straight. Here only 9-8 would, and here only 8-7 would. So what we need to think about is how can we go about identifying if the flop cards form one of these formations and one of our hole cards hits one of these. That way we know we're blocking them from having it. It's obviously blocking the straight. You know, if we've got bad example, but say, well, here, ace 8, for example, we're holding the 8, so we're cutting down the chances of them having Jack 8 or 8-6. So we're obviously blocking. All sounds quite complicated, but it's actually quite straightforward and easy to do. All we need to do is to create an array that uses the 3 hole cards and the 3 flop cards and one of our hole cards. And then if we calculate if the highest value card minus the lowest value card equals either 3 or 4, that will mean that those 4 cards all fall in a formation that means you only need 1 card more to complete the straight. So to explain that a bit better, here we can see 12 minus 8 is 4. So 12 minus 8 is 4, 11 minus 8 is 3, 10 minus 7 is 3, 10 minus 6 is 4, 11 minus 8 is 3, 10 minus 7 is 3. So all of those, it's either 3 or 4. Same here. 10 minus 6 is 4. 11 minus 7 is 4. 11 minus 8 is 3. And same here, 11 minus 7 is 4, 10 minus 6 is 4, 10 minus 7 is 3. So the numbers work out, it's quite reasonably straightforward. We can achieve this using a function like this. So what to do is name the function, so flop, and you can't use numbers in your function names. So flop one card straight draw is what we'll call it. And we don't need an awful lot of this because we only need one condition here. And we can delete that. We want it to return yes. Now, with this is going to create an array, and the array cells aren't numbered first number, second number, third, they start 0, 1, 2, 3. So, first of all, we're going to check to make sure all 4 numbers are different. And then, we need to go the highest number, so it would be 3 in the array, minus the lowest number, which would be 0 in the array. Can't quite remember how to do this, bear with me a second. There we go. So something like that, great. So it needs to be less than, so looking at that, it needed to be less than or equal to 4. I think that's everything we need. Now if we go here, no, I need to actually save it as a function, so call it that, add a new script, save it, paste the script in. If I've got the syntax right, it should save it, which it has. And now we can take that, go to here, and actually use it as a function. And we give it that card, that card, that card, and that card. That's its range. So it's loading data. It should come back. And say no. Okay, and that has now come back with an error. But I know what that is because we have added condition 2 there and we haven't defined it. Condition 1, that should solve the problem. We'll need to just redo it so it calculates it again. Should come back and say no. Okay, now that does appear to be working. Yes, we are blocking the straight draw. If we look on King Queen 9, so that is connected to gapper, and we have Queen 10. So Queen 10, we are blocking Jack 10. Obviously, we'd have the flush. We have Queen. We have the 10. So if we copy it to the next one where we have Jack. Okay, now unfortunately there is a bit of a hiccup with that. Is only checking our second hole card. which there we go, it does work. I am going to need to right, because that, it has to be a single range, so at the moment we're only looking at that range. What I really want to do is look at those as a separate thing, but I don't think that will work, because that would be R5 and T to B. I think that will come back with an error. Yeah. Okay, so what I have to do is bring that down. Gonna have to create another section here, which actually we can do this. All we need to do, when it lets me do it, obviously I've got inserted as cell, so it wants to recalculate a lot of things. Because if we make this simply equal R5, should be able to run the exact same function, and just give it a different range, so T to W, because it's going to reorder them from low to high. I think that one is correct, because it's not, that one isn't blocking. If we make this, so ace, jack, so if we make this an ace, that should change. Now why doesn't it? Because the ace isn't blocking it, but the 10 is. I think it is working. I need to think of something there. So. Swap these around so they're in the same order as the whole cards at least. Because of that. So just need to unmerge that. That. Right, yeah, there we go. Delete this one. Unmerge that again. Put it back outwards. Okay. So we have that is whole card 1. That is whole card 2. Are we blocking us straight with that or that? I think that works. Change this to Jack 4. Should see it change. That should choose no, that goes to yes. Right, fantastic, that is working. So then we don't want those two there, we just want one straight, which then becomes very easy to do. We need an OR function, which I can never remember the syntax for these things, so let's copy it from somewhere else, open up a notepad. I think you can do it like this. BH and BI, so BH5, BI5. Not sure if that's the correct syntax. We will find out if it doesn't work. Oh, there we go. So if either of them say yes, that one now says yes. We'll hide those columns, and we can hide again all of this. And I think that is that done. I now think, in theory, this is completed. I'm going to do some stress testing on it. So just going through changing some things, making sure it is actually picking everything up as I want it to, but I believe it does function correctly now. Was just one other thing I was going to do very quickly. I have 2 card flush draw and 1 card flush draw set as 2 separate columns. I just want to introduce another column there and combine those 2 into 1. So, theory, if I take that, paste that there, yep, that worked. So we can then just hide those 2 and just have it showing all of the flush draws as a single column. And same here with these straight draws. Just going to hide them. Actually, looking at this, there is one more thing I want to do, which is to be able to assign the flush draw a value. Obviously, you know, draw into the nuts, second nuts, strong, weak, medium, that sort of thing. I have given this some thought before, and I do have some work I've already done when I've been looking at calculating things for a turn card. Actually, what we have is 2 different calculations here. one is if both the cards, whole cards, are involved in the flush draw. So we have the 2-card flush draw, and obviously 1-card flush draw, which looks at either or. What I'm thinking about doing is making 2 columns for, yeah, I think so. This will be 1-card flush draw for the first whole card. That'll be 1-card flush draw for the second. So what we can do here, this is the second one, that would be and so the second card would just be N. I think that will make the formula right. And then if we do exactly the same here, change that to M instead of N, and that will look at the first whole card. I think. Let's just test it. So if we make it a mono board, 9 spades, yeah, and swap these around, so make that the heart and that the spade. Did work, didn't it? So we're going to need to add another one in here for BB. There we go. That corrects that. So now we've got 2-card, 1-card, 1-card. We'll look at assigning the value to them. Which I do know how to do. We're going to have to insert a few more columns here. I suppose that doesn't really matter, does it, if all we do is hide them again afterwards. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Strength. Strength, strength, strength. Now, at this point, we go back to here. We look at this. So let's look at T5, which is one of our hidden cells. R and S are our things, so make that R, and that is BC, so BC5 equals yes. think that might work. Yes, it does. Very nice. I'm just going to take some that. I'll take the formatting from here. Hopefully it'll let me apply it there. Yep, lovely. Okay, and is it correct? These ones it says we have the nuts. Oh yeah, we got the ace of spades, king of spades, second nuts. Got some more nuts and second nuts here. Got any third nuts? Is there a third? Yeah, we got third and good, medium. Okay, so that works perfectly for that one. So in theory, all we need to do is take that, paste it here, and rather than R, change that to an S. Should do the same for the second hole card. Perfect. What we've not done is change that to this one, BE. So if BE, there we go, that's better. Why are both of those saying yes? Because I haven't done that. There we go, that's better. I've got to update it all the way down. So these are the two columns we're going to keep. This one, going to need to make this more complicated because it's using both cards, so might have to rope some ChatGPT into this. If R5 is greater than S5, and so we want that. So I really want, I might be able to do this as a nested string or something. R5 is less than S5, S5, and that is BA. We change that to BA. Fascinating stuff to be streaming here. Now, let's see if ChatGPT can just correct this for me. Misplaced commas after the and the keywords here, so we go. As you see, ChatGPT, fantastic thing to have. That looks like it worked. To me, to my eyes anyway. No. Formula pass error, why is it not? Tell ChatGPT it didn't work. Not sure what the difference is there between the other one, but we'll see if it works. Nope, still not working. Should be able to work this out. Why is it not working? Just one too many brackets at the end. You never know. Trying to do another one. Don't know why that's not working. Just ask it to combine the two instead. See what it makes of that. It does look to me that should be right. Let me just try something. Wonder why that doesn't work. Let's just try it as a single one. Open bracket, close bracket, close bracket, close bracket. So I don't know why that doesn't work. Do we need another bracket there? Oh, the wrong sheet. let's take something that is working. And try and start, we'll start with something that does work. So if BA equals yes, or BA equals yes, R BA equals yes, and we change that to an and, so BA equals what? And R5 is better than S5. So, right, let's make it a 2-card flush draw. So, and we've got Queen 9-5, so make it 10 Jack. Jack 10 rather, has to be the right way around. Oh, spade, spade, spade. What we're doing. So actually make it a 2-card. Okay. Okay, so let's see if I do second column. See, a lot of this it could probably be solved with a much better formulaic approach, or you can just bang another column in. Some of these should have comments on all that. Oh, that's fine. Okay, I think that BA5. Right now, we need to write a series of ifs to work out what we're going to copy from here. And it's going to be, that doesn't equal, that equals yes. work this out. So if BA5 equals yes, and BB5 does not equal none, BB5. We're going to do this as a string, so BA5 equals yes, and BC doesn't equal none. BC, if the next one would be if BD is 5, and then BE if BD, BF 5 equals yes, then BG5 no idea if that's correct. Let's see what it thinks. No. So we'll go back to ChatGPT. Just ask it to correct it for us. See if that works. Be a bit more specific and ask it to make it work in Google Sheets. There we go. Let's see if it does that then. Could well be lying to us. Well, that may well have worked. That's nuts. Second, medium, good. That's not second, medium. Like that, looks to me like it's actually worked. So in theory, having done all of that, we can then hide all of these. Where's it gone? And all we're left with is our flush draw and the strength of our flush draw. So yes, we have the second nut flush draw, got a good kicker. She is correct. Excellent. And then come back here. Again, hide all of that we don't need. Oh. Very easy to accidentally delete the entire contents of those cells. So no. That's that all brought back. Let's try that again. Make sure we hide them this time. Okay, a lot of this stuff is Still loading back in because I deleted the cells and then replaced them all, but change that to type just so you can see it better. As this is all loading in, I think it's all good. I think it is accurate. Yeah, right, that appears to be what. Pleased with that.